What's up, guys? A little different environment. I found that my thoughts work best, and I feel that my mind is clearest when I'm in my car. So I thought, why not share my thoughts while I'm in the car? I also think, just being in my house, like I have family there and stuff, I'm always kind of a little self-conscious of if they're hearing me or not, because I don't know, these thoughts are kind of deep, and I don't know, it's kind of I feel sometimes just weird like saying it, and like I don't feel weird saying it, but I feel weird that possibly others are hearing it. And, I'm afraid they might judge me. I'm not going to lie. I'm afraid they might judge me. That's something I got to work on. I got to be no less fearful of people's judgment. But that's for another topic of conversation. What I want to talk about last couple months in overall mental well-being and mental state of mind, I found that I was not in such a good mental state. I wasn't going to like kill myself or anything, but, just life is a roller coaster, up and downs, and I was on that down. I was at the bottom. I was right here. And when those days come, you just gotta say, the moment's not gonna last forever. With due process of time, soon you'll be going back up that hill, and you'll be at a peak, and you'll be happy again. Right now, I'm going back up that hill. I haven't hit the peak, but I'm going back up that hill. And I think part of the reason why I was kind of in that, that slump was because just the winter, like, seasonal depression is, I think it's definitely a real thing. You're just stuck in your house, it's freezing cold. It was like 0 degrees for a couple weeks, and I don't know, I think it just hit me, and I was too closed-minded because I was just stuck in the house. Sometimes you just need to go outside. It just really does relieve so much. I think it's mainly that you just look at the sky and you just realize, holy shit, I'm just this little speck on this planet. And even then, this planet is a little speck in the whole universe. When you realize that, you're like, why am I taking life so seriously? There's no reason to be down. Life is beautiful. We got one shot at it, and we can do whatever we want with it. It's simply our choice. Sorry, I'm just kind of going on a rant right now. Kind of off topic. Focus. So, when I was in that fucking slump, I had an epiphany. Albert Einstein had a famous quote. I don't know if this is quoted word for word, but it's somewhat similar. That doing the same thing over and over and over again without changing anything can cause insanity. In other words, the more and more you repeat something, the more and more insane you'll get. And, sometimes you don't understand the meaning of quotes until they happen to you. These past months, I've kind of experienced that quote that Albert Einstein has said. I experienced it because I just felt like I was just in this repetition, like every day. I was just doing the same things. I was thinking the same thoughts. I felt like I was just in a loop that would never end. It drove me kind of insane. I was getting pretty depressed. I also realized I was doing things that I enjoyed, like playing games every day. Like Albert Einstein said, with repetition, with constant repetition, you will eventually go insane. The things that I enjoyed, the more and more I did them, the less enjoyment I got out of them, and the more insane I felt. And I was like, why am I doing this? What is the purpose? The result I'm getting out of playing games is the same every time. It just becomes less and less enjoyment. So, reflecting back on it now, what I've realized is, sometimes you just gotta change it up. You just gotta do some weird shit or something. I don't know. Because when you get stuck in just like doing the same routine, it makes you go insane a little bit. Like, you can do stuff repetitively if you enjoy it, but eventually those things just become bland because they become repetitive. In order for you to enjoy things, I feel like there has to be new things to it. Either new growth or new opportunities, something. If it's just the same thing, then it's just gonna continually get more boring and you're gonna go insane. So yeah, that's why I recommend, even I recommend it to myself, like, you just gotta go do something, like, just walk, just go outside. Even if it's 0 degrees, just fucking go outside, just stare at the stars. Do something. Go out, take risks, Life without risks is so boring. You gotta take risks, and that's where you're gonna find real enjoyment in life. Because if you don't take those risks, you're not gonna try new things, and life is just gonna be the same. And I even need to take that advice too. Sometimes I just don't. I'm scared to take a risk. You're a little pussy. Like, man, fuck up, Yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about. Fucking copper, I think, right there. Yep, copper. But yeah, I think you guys will see some more videos in the car, because that's where I can get my thoughts out the best. But yeah, I've been pretty. I feel like I want to always make these videos when I'm depressed. Like I always have some like epiphany when I'm depressed. And right now, like I said, I'm kind of on that up, so I might not be posting too much. I might just be enjoying life. Like, man, just enjoy life, guys. Enjoy life without ruining other people's enjoyment. That's one rule I live by. Find happiness, but ensure your happiness doesn't destroy others' happiness. That takes some reflection, and it can be a hard thing to do. It can be a hard thing to do. Try to live by that. Even though I'm not the best at it, I know my happiness does destroy some others' happiness. I try my best. I do. Try my best. I'm gonna keep trying my best until I am the motherfucking best, baby. But for example, what makes me happy is eating food, like some good ass food. I'm aware that I'm destroying animals' lives when I do so. I'm sure that's not a person, but animals have feelings. They feel happiness. Care about all beings, even though I eat them, which is not right of me. But hey, at least I know, and I'm not afraid to admit that it's not right of me. That being said, live life the fullest, my friends. I will see you all on the next one, and I have no idea when that will be. See y'all. Peace.